Good morning. Welcome back to the Lovin Dubai show with me and Simran. We talk about all the top stories in Dubai. If you found this podcast, please hit that subscribe button. Today, a show and a half, Simran was telling us all about the average price of brunch in Dubai.
355 dirhams to 700 dirhams for brunch. For food, for drinks, for just 3 hours, 700 dirhams. Why?
There is a debate as to the quality and the level of service that you're getting in these top hotels in the world. We would love to get your thoughts on it. We also talked about a lot of people experiencing delays on the metro over the last couple of days. So we have updates from the RTA for you on that.
And if you're not a metro user and you have a car, well, lucky you. You might just wake up to find a Rolex in your glove box. Casey tells you exactly how and why and how are you eligible for that Rolex.
Good morning, Dubai. Welcome back to the Lovin Dubai show, where we go through all of the top trending stories that everyone in Dubai, hopefully across the UAE and the world, is talking about. Our top stories today. Of course, the Dubai Metro is facing delays last night.
We'll also be talking about what's the average price of brunches in Dubai.
My favorite story this week, have you seen my Rolex? There is possibly a Rolex in your car. Is your car black? Go and check the glove box right now.
I'm gonna get a car just so I can find a Rolex in the glove box. And we'll also be having Basil talks comedy and TikTok comedian on the show. Very exciting. So stay tuned for that as well. But before that, yesterday,
Where are you going with this?
Casey almost changed her name, moved to another continent, deleted her Instagram, her Facebook, all of social media. And tell us why, Casey. Tell us what led you to that.
Found a big hole, clambered in under it. Threw my phone into the ocean, never to be returned. I feel like is the level following what happened last night. So I was hanging out with the girls, chatting. You've been there yourself, and we're just talking about like our exes, right? So, when I wanted to show my friends what my ex looked like when I was growing up. This is what we were doing. We were all taking out photos. By the way, it's a fun game if you're in your mid-30s. We're like, here's what my ex looked like when I was 16. 15 years later, it's been a while and, tastes have changed, let's say. So, take out his Instagram, scrolling. I'm back down to 2016. 2016. And I find a photo that I feel like represents what he looked like when we were together. Show the girls. Tap the screen. And I liked his photo from 2016.
Oh my god! 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 Oh my god!
One of the girls quickly said, "What you need to do right now,
quickly
unlike it." And we've tested that before. So unless he happened to have been on his phone at that exact moment, I don't think he knows. But still.
You know the amount of assurance you would be giving that guy. Not assurance, like, what do you say? Just like, oh my god, my ex is still stalking me to this very day.
2 decades later, a decade and a half.
Confidence boost you must have given that guy.
Could you imagine? Could you imagine the fear that I went through at that exact moment? Why is it so embarrassing?
I mean, because that's like the biggest tell sign that the person is stalking you. Like, it's just,
it was way down. We're not just talking like a couple of scrolls. It was like, and he doesn't know I was out with my friends. He could have thought I was just sitting at home, having a look.
I would have deleted my Instagram right there, right then. Oh my!
I thought about it. I thought about booking a flight, leaving the country. However, he's not in the country. There was nowhere to go. There was nowhere to hide in this internet ball of shame.
That is so funny. But whichever friend of yours suggested you unlike it immediately, make her your bridesmaid.
Yeah.
What an amazing. Unlike it fast. Like,
she needs to be protected on all accounts because I didn't know what to do. I'm in panic mode. There's like danger alerts going off in my head, warning signs.
Guys, let us know if this has happened to you. You've gone back and liked some old picture.
2016.
2016, Casey. My God, did you go down there?
Speaking of other people who went through some disruptions last night, we're talking all things Dubai Metro delays because there's been a number over the last couple of days, and we have an update from the RTA on that. So a number of incoming reports regarding disruptions and delays on the Metro overnight and at the weekend. So last night the RTA confirmed technical delays.
And also someone messaged us on our Instagram live saying it was really weird last night in Metro. I was stuck there for almost an hour. This is Ali who commented this. And the RTA tweeted to the Dubai Metro Red Line users that RTA informs you that Metro service at Max Station has been disrupted due to technical issues in both directions. Buses have been provided to transport passengers. And we thank you for your understanding and cooperation.
They followed... delays resulted, in large crowds forming at the affected station. So the RTA tweeted later, Dubai Metro Red Line users informs you that the service is back to normal. We thank you for cooperation. So there was delays yesterday evening, there was a couple yesterday morning, and there was also some over the weekend. In the case last night, they did put on alternative transport in the form of buses, but of course there's a lot of people, crowds, it takes some organisation, and within an hour the Metro is up and running again. So we'll just keep you... if you're ever in that situation, the best thing that you can do is reach out to the RTA directly because they do tweet out information as they have it. But last night it was technical difficulties. They put on a bus and then within an hour... service had resumed, but obviously if you're commuting at that time and there's massive delays, it's just a bit annoying.
Exactly, and we all, like Casey said, you have the RT update, so always check out their Instagram, Twitter for if you are in that situation and to see what is happening, and of course to take a screenshot to send it to your bosses, like this is why I'm late, or send it to your wife, husband, like I'm on the way home.
You and Instagram are having the very same thought process because AI in 1-1 said they should give a day off to employees who are using Metro.
Why not?
No, bit of a push. You can't get a day off because you were delayed by an hour.
No, but it's like inconvenient, and then your morning is just bad, and then your work day is gonna be bad. Like, might as well just give the person the day off and save them the inconvenience and the mental stress. Like, I feel AI.
I feel AI. It's an AI generated comment in the form of give employees a day off for anything. There's a man who lost his Rolex. Give the employees a day off. You know what I mean?
You know what will be... But, I mean, if that were reality, if you were living in a world like that, it would just be so peaceful and amazing and full of empathy and sympathy, and we would feel for one another. Like now if you hear a man has lost his Rolex, you're just like, oh, wow, okay, good for you. With first world problems, but now if you get a day off because a man has lost his Rolex, you're going to sympathize with him, empathize with him.
Of course.
You probably hope he never finds
You probably hope everyone loses their Rolexes. I thought we were going to jump into the Rolex story, but we're not. We're actually jumping into the average price of brunch in Dubai. Before we get into it, can we put the question out to you, the audience, Instagram, we see you. What is the average price of brunch you pay for Dubai? So are you going to really expensive places once in a blue moon, or are you doing it regularly and therefore you're not paying the super expensive prices?
Yes, let us know. But before we get into that as well, we'll go back to our very first story, which is about liking your old posts. And Thomas.W said, I don't mean to change the subject, but I believe that Mary Pickford is stalking me. You know, the silent movie star. Who's Mary Pickford? I don't know.
But maybe that's an ex of his.
Oh, but he said silent movie star. But anyway, he knows someone is stalking. This is what?
That could be a fake account, So there's obviously, he's aware that there's a fake account checking out his profile, which people do.
Genius.
So what I should have been doing last night,
yes,
I should have been on my fake profile.
Yes.
That's what you need to do.
No, but then what if he has a private profile and he hasn't accepted you?
I don't know. Very Samant. I don't
technicalities.
I don't technicalities. You make another one. You call it Lovin something, and you make it look. You put your whole time into creating a news page.
Imagine this is how we started as a stalker page and we branched out to a news page. That's not what happened, by the way.
If you have an account that looks sus stalking your account, just block them, I would say, because it's actually unethical internet behavior.
Yes, it's not Casey because she's not unethical at all. Next story, what's the average price of brunch in Dubai? So Lovin Dubai's recent opinion piece on how brunches in Dubai have become a pricey affair stirred up a lot of chatter around brunch price points, and residents had a lot to say. So it seems like prices of brunches in the city have skyrocketed in recent years, and it's becoming quite a pricey affair. In fact, a recent analysis conducted by Dizzer, the ultimate F&B discovery platform in Dubai, supports this notion.
So they took it upon themselves to delve deep into the brunch scene to give you the facts. Armed with data, they set out to discover just how much people are shelling out for the beloved weekend tradition. And the results are fascinating and eye-opening depending on what your salary is. So according to the study, which analysed 408 brunches, the average price of a brunch in Dubai is now 355 dirham. That's 355 dirham is the average price for brunch in Dubai. That's pricey.
355. Why? What? Where? Why subject us mere mortals to such high price points? Why? Why?
How often are you doing brunches? And it depends.
Well, there are people who do it every weekend.
Well, then that's a lot of money,
right? It's it's not a place for like the poor.
Well, maybe we. Well, if you don't have a big bank balance, maybe you shouldn't be going to all you can drink festivals.
Right. If you don't have a big bank balance, just stop living your life.
Oh, you don't need to do one every weekend. It's too expensive.
But what if you just have a lot of friends and a lot of celebrations and a lot of people you want to celebrate, and you want to celebrate your life? You've had a tough week. Every week is tough, and you want to celebrate on the weekends. What do you do then? Of course, there's no one who celebrates every
If you're into that lifestyle, you're into that lifestyle. And that's what you want to do with your money.
Anyway, so more than a quarter of the brunches surveyed.
I heard you booking a brunch yesterday. How many people were you booking it for?
20 people.
Who knows 20 people?
It was for a friend's surprise birthday. That he's totally aware about because I can't keep a surprise.
Okay, let's keep on going with this brunch.
No, he knows about it.
Okay.
It's a surprise. Like, there's no surprise. It's just like planned for him. Anyway,
we digress.
I'm not the best surprise keeper, like you can see. More than a quarter of the brunches surveyed were priced at a staggering 400 dirhams or more. Now, that's enough to make you reconsider your brunching habits altogether, like we are at this very moment. And it is like the brunch gods are conspiring to drain our wallets one poached egg at a time. However, there is one particular brunch that takes the cake, or rather takes the waffles. Prepare yourselves for the mind-boggling fact: the most expensive brunch in Dubai, boasting the illustrious house package, will set you back a jaw-dropping 698 dirhams, almost 700 dirhams for a brunch experience that will undoubtedly leave you with a significant dent in your brain, your wallet, your life, your bank account.
Interesting though, 700 for one versus 355 for the average brunch. So if you just do that 700, not that we would, every 2 weeks rather than the 355 every 1 week, and then you would have like an spectacular.
No, see, it depends on what you get from that 700 dirham brunch. If you get the exact same offerings as the 300 or 200 dirham brunch, then
yeah, but that's not the case.
Sometimes it's just the venue that's different.
While the data paints a picture of a brunch scene that is veering towards the pricey side, it's important to remember that the city has so many options, from trendy hotspots to hidden gems to simply breakfast brunches. There's a brunch out there for every budget and taste. So while brunches in Dubai may indeed have become a pricey affair, there's no need to despair. Just remember to keep an eye open for those irresistible deals and discounts. I mean, apps like The Entertainer do 2 for 1, which are gold dust in terms of getting a good value brunch. So always look for those 2 for 1 offers if possible, and you can enjoy the incredible brunch scene in Dubai without breaking the bank.
I downloaded an app. It's called 7 Nights. Oh, the offers.
Deals.
The deals.
2 for 1 a brunch.
50% off, 2 for 1, all those deals. Like I found one at Trader Vic's Saturday. It's like 400 dirhams. With this app, it's 225 dirhams. Imagine. Like, whoa. That's a big, like, half/price.
So this is the thing. There's so many brunches across the city, and there are deals. I think it just gets... And then sometimes if there's a birthday, the birthday person gets it free if you bring the Emirates ID and it's within a week of the actual date booking. Yeah, that's a good one. So there are deals and discounts. I think in general, it's interesting to look at the price of that you said is 355 for the average brunch. Is it worth it? We discussed this last week on the show in terms of what is fair for a brunch. And I think some of the comments are like, yes, that's way too much money to be spending. Other people said, yeah, but look at the service, look at the quality, look at the food that goes into it, the people there, the drinks that are on offer. Are you getting your values worth when you go there? Are you doing both the food and the drinks? Are you just doing the drinks? Are you just doing the food? There's a lot of questions that goes into it.
You know, one thing I don't understand, for people who don't really like indulge in drinks and they're just going there for like the vibes or food, if they just give them the option of a la carte instead of making it mandatory for them to pay for the package.
Soft drink package.
Yeah, but like, why should they be subject to it? It's like, what if they don't want to, like, you know, there are people who just want to go and enjoy a la carte. Like, why is that option not available?
Oh, probably because I don't know, because then there'll be like, they've set out this whole brunch at a minimum price per person and they need to fill the seats at that price. And then if someone's like, I'm just going to come and have the poached eggs, they've lost that 350 dirham person and that person's just having like a 60 dirham meal, and then they'll essentially lose out. So all of the food that they've prepared, they can't essentially map it out in terms of who's going to have a la carte. It would just be tricky to establish.
God, yes, that makes a lot of sense.
Oh.
Makes a lot of sense. I never like thought about it that way, but like, were you in the F&B industry? Were you?
Okay.
Because like, I was just like, why don't they do this for the people who don't want to drink or like who don't want to eat? Like, why are they subject to these price points? But it makes sense now. Like in terms of like a restaurant and you want to fill out the seats, yeah, it makes sense. But I'm always on the side of paying less.
I know. It's rare you see the restaurant's point of view. Let's jump into the next story. So Simran's about to go and buy a used black car because of this story. Have you seen this man's Rolex? This is such a Dubai story on so many levels. It's luxury, it's safety, it's a lost Rolex. Right now, there's a Rolex casually rolling around in someone's glove box. Dubai resident Rob Kempton, he was going for a swim on Kite Beach, I think, a couple of weeks ago, realized on his way down to the shores that he still had his watch on. His watch happens to be a Rolex, as you do. Goes back to the car park, takes off the watch, puts it in the glove box, goes for a swim. Comes back, I'm not sure at what point he realized that, checks it. He realized that the watch wasn't in the glove box of his car, and then he kind of had a bit of a memory thinking, I know I put it in the wrong car. The glove box opened differently. It was a new car at the time. For him, it was relatively new. So what he essentially did, the car that he went back to was open, Dubai. He put it in the glove box, not his car. So if you were down on Kite Beach on May 1 with a black car, there's possibly a Rolex in your glove box.
Oh my God, it's like hitting jackpot. And how?
Well, no.
No, because you're going to return it, obviously. As you should, of course. Now, the story was initially shared on a private Facebook group, but Rob reached out to us asking to share it. It happened on May 1st, and he still hasn't found his Rolex. He says he doesn't actually know the model of the car, only that it is definitely 101%, no, undoubtedly black.
He doesn't know the model of the car.
But it's a black car.
It's a black car.
And there's a Rolex
Okay,
inside.
May 1. What
May
day
1st.
of the week was May 1st?
Okay.
Is there potential that we were down on Kite Beach? He said in the shaded area, I think near Salt, but I could be wrong on that. There's a parking area.
But I feel like, Casey, how does it matter? Because you don't have a black car. You know what I mean? It was a Monday.
I know people who have a black car.
So it was a Monday. This happened in the afternoon, so you're probably at work. There you go. It was definitely not you.
Okay, so the responses from the public who are so invested in the story. Aina says, sorry, but if I find a Rolex in my car, I think it's a gift from God and keep it. Sorry, Rob. Aina is not going to be sending you back the Rolex if she finds it. And another comment said, how did he manage to open another car? Randomly, that car was unlocked and he put his watch inside. A lot of people don't lock their cars in Dubai. You should lock your car. But people don't, right?
There is this one person I know who is just like, it's Dubai. It's Dubai. And he never locks his car. Just
lock your cars, people. Or you might find a Rolex in it one day.
You know, it can go both ways.
It can go both ways. Listen, Dubai is so safe. People are getting Rolexes delivered to their unlocked cars. This does not help our efforts to encourage people to look after their things. Reminder that yes, the city is safe, but we need to be careful. If people are getting Rolexes into their unlocked cars, what's that going to do for the community?
That's so funny. Oh my God. Now it literally gives people so much, incentive to leave their cars unlocked. Like, see, we don't leave anything valuable in our cars, but we might just end up finding something valuable when we return.
So
it's a one-off story, you guys. It's probably a one-off story. Happens once every 100 years. So don't think this will be your reality, leaving your cars unlocked.
But I think the whole city, like, I don't know how much Rolexes cost. I feel like they cost a lot of money. And if you find it, it's not a gift from anyone.
No.
And it's probably, I'm assuming it's real. A lot of fake Rolexes rolling around. I would assume it's fake if I found it. Send it, it's Rob Kempton's. He's commented on our post. He shared the story on Facebook as well. But let's get his Rolex back to him.
Guys, Rob needs his Rolex back. Let's all check our glove boxes.
He does. Could you imagine?
It's a lot.
Imagine your watch. Essentially these watches sometimes have a lot of sentimental value. Sometimes it's the only expensive piece. Like people put a lot of money into their watches, their cars, and their houses. That's it.
There was this iconic scene in the Kardashians when Kim lost her earrings.
Oh, my favorite scene.
Kim, there are people dying.
He's not crying.
Dying.
Kim is bawling her eyes out. She's lost a diamond worth millions into the sea. I think they're in Bora Bora.
Yes, you remember Bora Bora?
Bora Bora. Kardashians in Bora Bora. And then Courtney, Words of Wisdom, says...
Courtney, yes. Kim, there are people that are dying.
But in all fairness, Rob is he's not crying about it. He's just saying, I've lost it. And he's like, I'm an idiot. I put it in the wrong car. Like, he's being very pragmatic about it. Speaking of pragmatic, let's move on. We are going to be joined by a famous comedian, Basil. He's going to be in the studio talking comedy, TikTok, and everything that goes with it very, very shortly. You know him as Basil Laughs. He's be with us right after this short break.